So chapter 3 is all about work and karma. Now here it basically talks about how you should approach work, how do you manage work stress, what is the right attitude to handle work. You have often heard karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, which basically means keep on working without expecting any results. Karam karte jao, phal ki asha mat karo. Karmo kore jao, phaler asha karo na. Now that is very utopic. In the sense, I have made this video. I would want you people to see it, isn't it? However, this particular chapter tells us what is the right attitude to approach our work. So, chapter 3 begins with Arjun asking Krishna that, you have already told me about us being eternal, this body just being, like a cloth. And after wear and tear, we leave this body and we go to another. Then what's the point of all this? Arjuna uvacha jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhir janardana tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava vamishrene vakyana buddhim mohayasi vame tadekam varanishchitya yena shreyoham apnuyam. When he's saying that, tell me, I'm completely confused. Tell me once and for all, let's be sure. What is this about? And Shri Bhagavan uvacha lokismin duvidha nishta pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yogina. So he says that I had explained this to you earlier, that there are two kinds of faith. Yog, he's talking about this word yog. Yog, in another way, it means connection. Now, connection with what? Connection with ourselves. Connection, here you can, this ourself or your God. So, connection. So, he's saying that the real connection to your higher self or to your God or to your soul or to the universe, whichever, this connection can happen in two ways. One is through knowledge and the other is through work. And therefore, he says these are the only two ways to connect there. And then he says that we as human beings are always in a state of action. Nahi kashchit shanam mapi jatu tishtayat karma kriyet karyate yavasha karma sarve prakrita jaguna. So he says that we are always in a state of action and we are generally motivated by the gunas. Now what are the gunas? Now in the Vedas and the Upanishads, they believed that there are three main gunas: sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattva is sattva, which is like truth and humility and goodness and kindness. This is all sattva. Rajas is all about passion, anger, lust, anything which is which is not balanced. So it's all about exceeding the scale. And tamas is darkness, depression, sadness. Tamas, it's complete darkness. So we are in action through either of these three gunas. And then, the Krishna, the Lord, actually says that we anyway need to work. There are no two ways about it. Because this earth is giving us its soil, its rain, trees, water, natural resources. So our duty is to work, to be connected, to fulfill our responsibilities. But if we really love our work, if we really enjoy our work, it's no more a duty. He goes on to say यस्त्वत्मारातिरेव स्यादात्मा तृप्तश्च मानवा आत्मन्यवेच संतुष्टा तस्य कार्यं न विद्यते. That the moment you are into work, and if you're really enjoying it, then where is duty coming in? It's just a process of enjoyment. And that's kind of when he talks about love for work. And when he's talking about love for work, he also talks about management of work. Because he says that, you can work very hard, but you have to be slightly detached. If you're a true wise person, then you need to be slightly detached. Sakta karmanya vidvanso yatha kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvans tatha sakta chikirsur loka sangraham. Do the work, but again, don't constantly think what is going to come from that work. I think this particular shlok is very, very applicable to all of us. Like, if I'm making this video, but if I'm constantly going to think whether you're going to like it, whether you're not going to like it, whether you're going to troll me, whether you're going to appreciate me, I will not be able to concentrate on that work. Typically happens with parents when they are constantly pressurizing their children for results, never realizing even for once whether they are concentrating on the studies, whether they are enjoying the studies or what they are doing, whether they are enjoying it or not. So I think this is something which is my biggest takeaway from this particular chapter, that work, but don't be asakta, don't be attached to the work. And what is so beautiful, that later on Shri Bhagavan actually goes on to explain that there will be people who will be very attached to the results. Don't try to talk down to them, but lead by example. So don't get constantly focused on the results, but look at the work. In fact, that will help manage stress, because most of our work stress happens to what will happen afterwards. After this, what will happen? So I think this shlok sums it up all. Like, work, enjoy the work, but try to remain detached from what is going to happen after this. He says that two of our biggest enemies are Kama Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajaguna Samudbhava, Mahashano Mahapapama, Vidhyanam Eha Vairinam. That it's actually sin to have these two emotions while you're working. When you are working, it can be motivated by any of the three gunas. Your work can be motivated by any of the three gunas. It can be, for kindness, it can be due to goodness, it can be due to anger, it can be due to lust, whatever. But while you're at the work, don't let lust for power, don't let lust, don't let anger come into the way of completing the work. They are the biggest enemies. So yes, so this particular chapter is very modern. I find it extremely modern, something that we can really, really implement, and and any of us can implement this.